What is good, everyone? We are back for the VDL week number 7 against Tom. Tom right now is one of the top teams in the league, and we need to win this to clinch our playoff spot. If we lose it, we're at jeopardy, but it shouldn't be too bad. They don't bring Talonflame, they bring Glamora. No Araquanid is the big thing. So I could have brought my offensive Terapagos and it would have put in work here. But we were very hyper offense with Screens Articuno, which is really fun. I feel like there's a very solid probability that we see Glamora on the lead here. And honestly, I don't hate like a Terapagos lead versus something like that because I spin to get away the hazards and I Earth Power versus them. It could be annoying against something like a Jirachi. But honestly, it's not the end of the world. Those are their only Pokemon that can get up hazards, which is nice. I could also just straight up go Lucha. I'm just a little bit worried about the Focus Sash Glim lead being annoying for me. I mean, I could CC into them. I'm just like worried about Meteor Beam, right? I mean, I could go Boulder. Boulder is honestly solid off lead. And they're Terra Water on their Gyarados. I'm Terra Fighting Lucha. Yeah, we'll go Boulder off lead. Not really what you'd expect to see most of the time, but I think it does the job for me decently well. And we have a ton of other setup threats. So we're Dragonan's Gouging Fire, Swords Dance Hawlucha with Unburden, and yeah, Terapagos' Calm Mind. They lead with this thing, the Raging Bolt. I mean, this is fine. It's actually just a free SD for me. We get the booster speed off. Okay, I mean, Thunderbolt into Thunderclap will knock me out, so I could just Earthquake. It seems pretty free, in my opinion. Mighty Cleave also is like pretty free. Let me EQ. This thing also could be Shucka, so they are just gonna stay in and attack. Yeah, we do over 50. Which is nice. As we see, a Draco dropped. How did we die to that? That's crazy. I did not think I was dying there. Draco Meteor. This thing is Choice Spectacles. Has to be modest Choice Specs to 100% knock me out. If they're like timid specs, it's a roll, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I have options here. I can go Lucha, which I think is cool to get up a Sword Stance for free with my Terra Fight. Honestly, I do really like that. Now -2, let me just like go for the worst. Lucha. I mean, I take a billion from it, if I'm gonna be honest. I do just take a billion. Gouging Fire actually should be faster, so I wouldn't have to worry. Let me just make sure we're faster than Timid. We're 1 point faster, yeah. Yeah, let's just go gouging then. And let's click buttons. Got that booster energy. And we know that they have to be choice specs for knocking me out on turn 1. Definitely annoying that they did, but it's okay. Also kind of wishing I was Scale Shot in this game. Not really that big of a deal, but it would have been pretty nice. But we lose one of my biggest threats turn 1. They're going to withdraw. Now I know specs, though. See Kaido come in. Who is that? Okay, that's a good play. I could have easily gone for a Dragon Attack there, as they are Intimidate. I mean, I still Oko this thing with an Outrage, which is really funny. Honestly, I can Outrage. If they want to go Iron Valiant afterwards, that's okay. And I think I should be faster than this thing. No, I won't be faster than them if they are, if they're Jolly. But I'll Outrage still. You can EQ me, you can do whatever. Yeah, we just outspeed and we're going to Outrage. This should one-shot. Nope, they're very, very defensive, and they roar me. That's beautiful. I actually really like that. Bring me into something really fun here. Articuno. Beautiful. Good work. Good work. I think it's in my best interest to get up a light screen here. So your leftovers. Okay. It's fine. It's in my best interest to either light screen or just to U-turn out. U-turn's actually very free here. But screens can be nice. U-turn can help me punch the Glamora. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Glamora or the Jirachi coming in here, so I'm just going to U-turn. If they call me getting aggressive, then it's fine. That is incredibly bulky, though. Aluka. That is the Jirachi. Okay. So we get a little bit of chip. Do we see helmet or anything? No. So I can go back out to gouging. Can go back out to gouging here. No booster. I mean, we knocked them out with Heat Crash. They can T-Wave me if they would like. That would be definitely annoying. I'm just going to go for Heat Crash for damage. If this thing is bulky, I will outrun it. And if not, then... They also could be Meteor Beam, which would be scary, but we're very bulky. I mean, I'm not running very much bulk, but Gouging Fire, base 105 HP, 93 special defense. I don't think it's dying to a Meteor Beam from the sky. I could calc it, but honestly, I'm not dying. And we just outrun them. They're Fizz Def, which is okay, as they do T-Wave me. That's fine. That's fine. I figured something like that might want to come out. Yeah, I mean, I could Dragon Dance. I'm just going to Heat Crash on this turn. If you want to go Gyarados, all power to you. This thing's broken down. Gyarados is getting low. Gyarados really doesn't even want to take this attack, even when I'll be -1. It's just an Adamant Gouging Fire. As they do set up Stealth Rocks, I can spin those away. That's no big deal for me. As we do hit the Heat Crash. Beautiful. So we take out the Jirachi. They can go Bolt if they want, but Bolt gives me a free... Like, they would have to Draco. I do not die to... I don't die to Dragon. I definitely died to Dragon Pulse, right? They're specs. They're specs. We definitely died to Dragon Pulse if they did bring it. Yeah, very, very easily. I don't know. I was being silly about that. So they could bring it in. I do think Volt Switch makes a lot of sense from their side because they can freely kind of go into the Gyarados afterwards. Or even the Iron Valiant on an aggressive play, but I think Gyarados makes a lot of sense. I mean, maybe based on the way they're not going out to it so fast, they are just Draco. And if they click Draco, it does give me opportunity to freely spin. So I'm just going to Outrage. I feel like there's a decent probability we see Volt Switch. Or they can Draco and miss, and then I'd be in a great spot. I mean, they do get Iron Valiant in after that, but it could be worse. I knew this game was going to be super duper hyper offensive. A little bit like, I did not expect Terra Water Gyarados to be the bulky one, but it is. But yeah, this is fine. Wish they missed their T-Wave though. That would have been great for me because Gouging Fire just breaks holes in this squad. But they're really thinking about this. I don't know. I think they might Volt Switch. Just go for Volt Switch. You go for Dragon Pulse. We're easily dead. Yep. Easily dead there. I can go Lucha. And I can CC this guy. Terra Fighting CC always knocks him out. Then, I mean, what do you really go afterwards? Like, Iron Valiant will get outran. Even if you're booster. But you can go Gyarados at that point. Yeah, I mean, you could go Gyarados at that point, and then we'd burn it. I could also go Articuno, get my screen up. I don't know, it might be a Terapagos endgame. That's tough. This is definitely a little tough. I think I'm going to go Lucha. I think I'm going to try the Lucha here. I'm going to take the stones, of course. But I'm just going to terrestrialize and close combat this guy. Yeah, even if you're max HP, you super die. And it looks like you have some HP invest. Yeah, we'll just CC. They should switch out. Gyarados will potentially die. Even if they don't, they're giving it to me, and they give this Pokemon to me, which is nice. I definitely like to see this Pokemon gone, because it was a big threat to Thunderclap me later in the game. Although I could play around that with Encore with what I've got. But now we're going to get our herb up. I'm going to get that white herb up, so no more item. We've gotten Burden activated. So when that Gyarados comes in, that did not take very much earlier. Like, I'll be -1. I don't know if I knock them out with an Acrobatics. I really do not. And if they go Iron Valiant, then I knock them out. They could be Focus Sash, which could be cool. Yeah, I mean, this Pokemon would have went crazy in the end game, but couldn't really do anything but what I did. I do go out to Gyarados. I'm going to get the Intim off. It should always be a Roar here. There's no reason for them to do anything else. If they don't Roar, it's a huge throw. I'm just going to click Acro. If I was like the Thunder Punch on the set, I would have been totally fine here, but they do Roar me. I hope, again, that we get the Articuno out. We get Petch. Pecharunt is okay here. We should outrun this guy. I mean, potentially. I don't think you have any investment at all, which is why I say that. I kind of just want a Parting Shot. No, I'll Malignant Chain. You have plenty of switch-ins to my Pecharunt here. So if you go Bear, that's fine. Kuma, probably the Bear. Yeah, that's okay. If we Toxic you here, then you get confused. Which does not happen. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to Parting Shot out. If this guy's Clear Amulet, that's a good prep for this. And we're just going to go Articuno. I'm going to take 50%, and then I'm probably just going to die. You are Clear Amulet, so that's cool. That's cool. We're going to live this. We should. Yes, we do. And I'm just going to Malignant Chain. I'm going to put all my eggs in the basket of Terapagos going crazy, which it definitely can. Definitely will. I think that there's a solid chance they might Facade or go for some mid-ground play here. A switch to Glamora also seems decently likely. I knew that there was a shot that they would be Clear Amulet there. It's just good prep. But I'm fine with how this is. I don't need this Pokemon at all, especially not damaged, but I didn't really need it. Would have been nice for Val, obviously. But we're like fully Spadef for that. Yeah, they're really thinking about this play. Man, go hard Valiant right now for no reason. Now you stay in, which is the right play. I hope I get the poison. I don't get two 50-50s. And we die to the Rock Slide. That's unfortunate. I did not think we were dying to the Rock Slide there, but makes sense that they would predict there. Rock Slide. It was a roll there, depending. But I get to freely go Lucha if I want to right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Lucha. Then I'll sack to Valiant as I get up a light screen. Like, this is what I'll try to do, at least. This guy should die. They can't really switch in. Because if I SD... I guess it doesn't really matter what I do on the swap. Because they could sack Gyarados here. And I know that they're, like, at least max HP, probably some special defense on that Ursaluna. Man, if they're that bulky, which they need to be to take the Shadow Ball, then it was very much in my favor to live that Rock Slide. I'm actually super surprised it knocked me out. Because we know they're not AV. Oh well. They are going to withdraw here. Probably sack the Gyarados, which is fine with me. Yep, if we were like an agility set here, would have been crazy. Because then I just like spam close combat / acro into their team. We pick up the KO on the Gyarados. They're going to go Valiant, right? And we're just going to try to win with Terapagos, which can. Terapagos totally can win this game. It's going to be really hard, though. Especially if the Valiant is booster. Or Scarfed, even. Because then, even at +2, I'd like 2 Rapid Spins, I would not outrun them. Which would be terrible. But if they're not, they actually won't come out here. I'm just putting, like, thinking that they're obviously going to be. So if they're not, you know, this Hawlucha can still win the game. Because it's just Glamora, Ursaluna, and the Iron Valiant. They go Calvin. I don't think the Iron Valiant is booster. That's crazy. Hawlucha at -1 with, oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. Glamora. I mean, a Terra Fight CC does a ton. I would definitely die afterwards. Maybe this is the win con. Yeah, let me go Articuno. I mean, they also could just be totally playing me here. And they should always Power Gem and just straight up knock me out. But this is still okay. It should always be Power Gem. It is. Yep, so they're going to knock me out there. We're going to go Terapagos, which is Boots. And if I spin versus Valiant, I'm not faster than Valiant after 1 spin. I mean, this is easily the play, though. I do one-shot most Valiants, especially after Rapid Spin Chip. So we're going to go for this. I'm going to try to double Rapid Spin on this guy. If they go Ursaluna here, that's also a possibility. And then we just tear Starstorm, probably. Double tear Starstorm should be able to take them out. But I need to get the speed boost. I don't know. And they can just press Earthquake into me. Would have been nice to get more chip there if I got the poisons. Ursaluna. I mean, we do 2-hit KO Ursaluna with Terra Starstorm. Maybe it would be me having to click Calm Mind. They do withdraw. This should be Ursaluna, I think. So, I mean, if I did attack here, then we would be fine into Ursaluna. We're going to Rapid Spin once. Man, they just do so much damage into me. But, I mean, this thing cannot be that offensive, right? Valiant. I mean, we do outrun a Valiant. I think it's in our best interest to Terra Starstorm twice against this Luna, rather than to Calm Mind. I think we might be fine with drop here. We don't knock them out. They're going to Body Slam. Do not para me. Do not para me. I'd lose on the spot. No! Come on! Come on! Because now I just lose to Glamora with my stupid Kai. That's so ridiculous. Oh. That's so ridiculous. You're so lucky, man. 30% chance there. And now without it, I mean, Iron Valiant. I guess, like, if your specs, Moonblast does not knock me out here, I have to go for what I have to go for. UCC, yep. It's just ridiculous. How much does close combat do from Life Orb to my Halucha? If I didn't Terra, maybe. No, it would still KO me. Man, I won that game if I didn't get parried there. That's 2 BS hacks losses this season. They're going to back wave. That's fine. Doesn't matter. I mean, technically, I think I could crit the Glamora. We're not -1. Yeah, if I crit the Glamora, they die. Ugh. And at 130, I don't die to a power gem. I die to an earth power every single time. Give me the crit. Give me the crit. I deserve this. I deserve this win. You're scarfed. Still, I would have won with the Terapagos. So that hurts so much. You lucky guy. And now I might not make the playoffs. That's so frustrating. GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.